What do you do when you're building your law firm and you hit a plateau, when you feel stuck? Okay, you can't get past a certain problem, you can't hit a certain target, you feel stuck. It is, you've been able to do something consistently every year. Let's say you're being able to bring in a certain number of cases every year, that number stays the same, or a certain revenue, or whatever it might be, and you just can't get to that next level. What do you do? Okay, many of us have found ourselves in this situation, and we've already done vlogs on being able to get to the root of what the problem is. So you may say, hey, it's revenue, but really what it is, if you kind of dig down, I'm just using this as an example, maybe it comes down to your, the capacity at the firm and the ability to move cases forward, quickly, and to be able to actually close out and settle those cases or bring them to trial, or what have you. And maybe the barrier is there. Maybe it's not so much new leads, new calls and intakes coming in. Maybe it's about the ability to move them forward. That's just an example. But we already did a vlog about this. So I'll tell you what, if you're hitting a plateau, chances are what got you here won't get you there. And the information that you have right now and that is not going to be the information perhaps that you need. Maybe there's some blind spot, maybe there's something you don't see that you don't know that's necessary to get to that next level. So if you've always been a firm that's been able to get to $1 million in revenue, you're trying to get to 2, and you've never been to 2, maybe it's, being able to say, okay, what information do I need? Maybe you need to, speak to, let's say, another firm owner that has done it, let's say in your practice area, for example, and what are the things that were necessary for them if they could share with you? Or if you're a part of, let's say, a mastermind group or a coaching group or what have you, just getting new information of knowing how, you get yourself to a certain level, but what does it take to get to that next level? And I can tell you from experience that oftentimes to make those big leaps require us to kind of reframe and kind of reshape the way we think about things. So the structure that's, your business today is perfectly designed to give you the results that you're getting today. And if you want different results, you're going to have to operate differently. Maybe it requires bringing in, stronger leadership or a stronger team. Maybe you have to expand capacity. Maybe you have to invest more in marketing. Maybe you have to improve your operations. Maybe you have to improve your intake. Maybe it's, from the standpoint of how you manage cash flow, whatever that might be. Clearly, if you continue to do the same things and you just do more of them, as an example, that might not be what's necessary to go to the next level. But I can tell you more often than not, to move from, the plateau that you're at, to break through that requires new information and thinking in a new and different way and being really open-minded to the fact that the solutions that have gotten you to this point may be different solutions that require you to kind of move from where you are to where you want to be. And I'll tell you, the best way to do it is to speak with people who have been there before, who have done it before, that are supportive and helpful. And we see a lot of this in coaching groups and mastermind groups. We have one, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to join ours. I think there's a lot of great ones out there, but I think it's important to be around people who have been to the places you want to go and that have achieved the things that you want to achieve, and that becomes the ultimate growth hacks. They can kind of share with you what they've done, the lessons they've learned, how they did it, and the pitfalls to avoid, all of those different things. So I think it's really being open to that type of information. You can also read great books. There's great conferences, all sorts of things. But I've always found that if you're trying to get to somewhere you've never been, best thing you can do is speak to someone who has the results, who has achieved it, and can give you those insights of what allowed them to make those leaps. And that can really save you a lot of time and energy, because the slowest way to learn is through experience. All right, have a great one.